The 101 Country WBDC Cornhole Tournament of Champions is about to start this coming Saturday in St. Henry. Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter, and joining me in the studio is Kelly Johnson. Kelly is the Cornhole Coordinator for 101 Country WBDC, and what I have here is cornhole bags. Now, some people call these beanbag toss. It's another game for it, but we call it cornhole because we're members of the American Cornhole Association. We are card-carrying members, and these bags are filled with seed corn, which is really what most people play with across the nation. And I know there are some national championships. There's, of course, a board that you throw these at, and you get points. Now, Kelly, I can't remember how many years WBDC has done the Tournament of Champions. Probably at least 6 to 10 years. It's been a long time. And I've been involved in every one of them. That's just my memory.
Last year was my first year, so when I started out. So this is my second year, which makes me a little bit of a pro, but not as much. I still, learning from it, and I enjoy every minute of it.
Okay, and last year was the first year that we had two divisions. We had the pro division and we had the amateur division. And let's talk about the difference between the two.
Well, the pro division is basically we're more competitive, but the amateurs, we feel like with the people that wanted to play a little bit more on the friendly basis and just enjoy the fest and have come out. And also it's all ages, but there was also some children that wanted to play, and this gave them the opportunity. And with the pro, we actually give out cash prizes, and we're not really allowed with someone under 18. And so we actually have this beautiful ribbon, and they can actually win that. And so they are given something, but in the form of that. But we would love for people just to come out and enjoy the cornhole. And if they don't want to get competitive, they can join the amateur division. It only costs $4.
Okay, the amateur division is just $4. And the pros, we don't want you to think that, I'm not a pro. If you're good at cornhole and you got a partner who's really good at cornhole, enter in the pro division. You'll have fun because the guys that play, it's a lot of fun. And some places we will have as many as 64 teams entering. Some places as few as, let's say, 21. It just kind of varies from location to location. But we will always have that amateur division. If somebody wanted to play pro and play the amateur, they could with like their son or something.
Right.
We've had a couple of people do that.
We'll work with it. Yeah, that's no problem.
Well, Kelly, the Cornhole tournament is the Tournament of Champions, and there is a pro division. Let's talk about the pro division. How much does that cost, and how do you get registered?
Well, if you show up on that day, it's going to cost $15, but you can pre-register, so you can save $5, and that will cost you $10. Okay. So you can actually call the station, or you can actually pre-register, and that's new this year. You can pre-register online at WBDC.us. Yeah,
that'd be an easy way to do it. Just go right there. And if you're pre-registering, really what you're doing is you're holding a spot for yourself, because there is some tournaments where we get to be at 64 teams, and so we stop taking entries if you are somebody that's pre-registered, but you also save $5, and it gives us an idea how many people are going to be there.
That's true, and it lines it up, and we can actually know who's coming. And some of the people kind of come to every event, and so we kind of know they're going to be there. So we know that situation with that. Then if they get too many teams, we have to know when to stop and so forth. So pre-registration is the best idea.
And with the WBDC Cornhole Tournament of Champions, it's you and your partner that you stay throughout the whole tournament. It's not like, I know some tournaments they'll have where you show up and then they will give you a partner to play with. Here, that's not the case.
Right.
Whoever your partner is, your team, your two-person team, you stay pretty well throughout each tournament. And you'll garner points as you go from tournament to tournament. Now, you don't necessarily have to be at all of them, but you'll get points for showing up.
That's like
you will get points if you win. You get points for first place, second place. Yeah. And then at the end, when we have the slots to fill for the Tournament of Champions, at least one of those teams that has enough points that hasn't won a tournament will be slotted or will be seated in the Tournament of Champions, which is held at the Herbstfest. Okay. Maybe we ought to run down the schedule.
Okay, that would be great.
Okay, we're going to talk about the schedule for the WBDC Cornhole Tournament of Champions so that you know. The first event is this Saturday, June 15th at the St. Henry Heinrichsdorf Fest. Registration starts at 1. And what I'm going to tell you is that registration starts at 1. The throwing is always an hour later. The next event will be the Ferdinand Fest on Friday the 21st. Registration at 6 p.m. That's a Friday night. We're adding a new one this year as we're getting ready to celebrate a centennial, and that is the Celestine Street Fest has been added to this year's lineup, and that is Saturday, June 29th. Registration's at 1 p.m. The Hayesville Summerfest is Friday, July 12th. Registration at 6 p.m. That's a Friday night. At Perry County, it's at the 4-H Fair. It's always a good event down there on Saturday, July 13th. Registration is at 4 p.m. Central Time. That's 5 p.m. Eastern Time. The DuBois County 4-H Fair is that Thursday, July 18th. Registration is at 5:30. The Jasper Strassenfest, which is always one of our bigger events, is on Saturday, August 3rd. Registration at 9 a.m. The St. Anthony Fireman's Fest is on Saturday, August 17th. Registration's at 11 a.m. The DuBois Fest is a Friday night on August 31st. Registration at 6 p.m. The Dale Fall Fest is on Saturday, September 7th. And then the Huntingburg Herbstfest, there's actually 2 tournaments that are held there. The first one is a wild card to fill one of our slots, and that is a wild card tournament for everybody to enter. And then only those who have won each of these 13 spots will fill a slot, and then we will fill in with some of the wild card winners. Not the wild card winners, but we'll fill in with the wild card winner, and then with some of the points leaders, we'll fill in the other slots. And that then will be followed by a championship, and that's on Saturday, September 28th. A lot to know and a lot to remember.
I know.
What's probably the easiest way for people to get to know about the WBDC Cornhole Tournament of Champions?
Go online, WBDC.us. All the information's on there. The rules are going to be on there. So you can just get a little bit of an idea and so forth. So that's the best way. And I really think that you enjoy the site besides that.
Okay, and you know, the Cornhole Tournament of Champions is held at fests. Mm-hmm. So it's an event that's part of an event. And it just, everybody seems to have a good time.
Oh, yeah, it's the community. It's all come out, and you got family and friends. I mean, you can even bring family and friends to even watch you play cornhole. So don't think that, oh, I'm going to go over here and they're going to do that. Bring a couple chairs, sit there, and watch your team win, and so forth. So it's the idea of just enjoying the whole fest and the events that is going around it.
And so just go online to get more information about the actual schedule, or to register online. And we also, I think, have the rules posted there.
Yes, the rules are going to be posted. Okay. And they're the basic rules, but you might want to read them just in case if you have any questions about it and so forth.
Yeah, first team to 21. Oh, and these are single elimination tournaments, except for the championship, which is held in late September. Everything, though, is a single elimination, so we can get done. Otherwise, we'll be there forever playing.
We would be there forever, yeah. So,
is there anything, Kelly, that you'd like to add about the WBDC Cornhole Tournament of Champions?
The one thing is to have fun and enjoy. I mean, since I started it last year, I really got to know the fest, and I got to know the people that are in the fest and working it. And it really is just a family event, and you just enjoy it. And that's what I enjoy. And
Kelly and I will be at the first event, which is coming up this Saturday, June 15th, at the St. Henry Heinrichsdorf Fest, and at 1 p.m. is registration. Throwing is then at 2 p.m. And then the next one that'll come up quickly is the Ferdinand Fest the Friday after. So we hope to see you cornholing with us. It's the Cornhole Tournament of Champions from WBDC. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Kelly Johnson, the coordinator for the WBDC Cornhole Tournament of Champions. And you can call Kelly, and if you got some questions, and she'll try and answer them. If not, I know we just kind of deal with it on that day, don't we?
Yeah. All right. If not, I'll talk to him about it.
Yeah, we'll come up with some rules. Thank you for watching WJTS in Form. We are local people watching local people.